Super Bowl is over. Adam, let's talk about it. Folks, welcome to the Baseball Brewhaha. I know I started this with Super Bowl. We talk baseball, but Seattle Seahawks pick up the W in dominant fashion in the Super Bowl. And I got to ask just generically, how are you feeling?
The vibes are good in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're in Seattle
Yeah.
area and a lot of excitement in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I work at a school, so the kids are bouncing off the walls in all the best ways.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun. It's fun to be around a city when there's a lot of winning in the sports town. We've been fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl win for the Seahawks. Mariners,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no World Series, but deep playoff run. It was
Yeah.
exciting till the very end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling great as a Seattle sports fan right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because I was very, very much rooting for the Seahawks. Um, I'm not really an NFL guy or an NBA I mean, I'm pretty much I pushed, when you're a dad, you got four kids, you got a job, you can only got so many chips.
Yeah,
Only got
you're
so
all
many.
all in on baseball.
I'm all in on the MLB. So but I was happy. We had a house full of, even in living in Colorado, we had a house full of rooting for the Seahawks in this. There were no naysayers going for the Patriots. So it was fun to have excitement. I found myself more like emotionally engaged than I kind of expected to be. I think part of it, like I was thinking about you, I was thinking, not that you're like this huge Seahawks fan, but I was thinking about the city of Seattle and
Huh.
and and all these, Seattle sports fans that you were kind of alluding to there, of having that experience together. And I do know, just from listening to some podcasts and different stuff, like the Mariners and Seahawks kind of like supporting each other, feeding off of each other. And it's not just that, it's like the Storm and the Sounders and
Yeah.
the other women's leagues and that kind of thing. They're all like got each other's back. So it's pretty neat. Like that culture vibe between the sports teams is pretty fun. It makes it very easy to root for all the teams. So, but so feeling good. Is there any qualifier that has to be added for you, or you're all good?
Well, the only qualifier is I'm a much bigger Mariners fan and they didn't win the World Series. So
Yeah.
it's like um, it would be double good.
Hmm.
I still want the Seahawks to have won the Super Bowl,
Yeah, for sure.
and I also want the Mariners. But I mean, it feels a little greedy, to be frank.
Well, I know, but the point of having a season is to win the championship. You
Yeah,
know, so
I agree with that. But having
yeah,
been on, especially with the Mariners,
yeah.
been where we've been on this journey,
Hmm.
you know, 20-year drought.
Yeah.
And before that, it took almost 20 years just to get to the playoffs, still never been to the World Series. For me to sit here and be like, it's a disappointment if all the Seattle teams don't win it all
Mm,
every year. I mean, come on. What are
It's
we doing?
yeah, it's fair. It's fair. I mean, you and I were texting during the Seahawks game, and all our references were Mariners ALCS Game 7 references.
That's right. You
It's like,
just got to put
hey,
Munoz in.
no messing around. put in Munoz,
Yeah.
put it away. And they did. They put it away. But yeah, part of me it just stings because it's like I'm happy for the Seahawks. I'm happy for the city of Seattle. And I'm like, "God, when is it going to be the Mariners' turn?"
Yep.
Like, and it's tough because I I feel optimistic, but I think it's just winning a professional championship is super hard. And the baseball season is particularly grueling, and there just is there's just no guarantee that
No.
just because you made it to game 7 of the ALCS that you're ever going to make it. It's like I keep thinking back to the Cubs. They obviously won it in 2016.
Hmm.
Prior to that, they'd been a couple times. They hadn't won it in 108 years.
Yeah.
I mean, if that happened, so just that is a real thing. And like Cleveland hasn't won one since like the 1940s. So it's not like we're in La La Land here, like doomsday here. This is like real for
Mm.
for teams to go without a championship. Um, and so, anyway, I'm kind of going down my little train here, but it's you do have to enjoy it, which I did. I did get to enjoy Super Bowl and playoff run for the Mariners. Um, but you can't just sit there and be like, "Oh, they'll be back next year."
No, you never know.
So,
You definitely never know. But, calendar flips over now. Super
mhm,
Bowl, it's out. Baseball is in.
yeah, yeah. So,
I mean, here's my feelings question for you.
mhm,
You asked me a feelings question. I get to ask you a feelings question.
okay,
Since we last spoke, Mariners did a deal for Brendan Donovan.
they did. Hmm.
How are you feeling about the Mariners' chances this year?
So I thought that was a great deal. I thought that was a deal they like had to make. Um, it was feeling like the Cardinals weren't gonna come down on their price, but they did, and I feel really good about where the team is at. And so it's it's just gonna be health. If they're healthy, they're gonna be right in it. I expect them to be in the playoffs. I expect them in many ways. I don't see why they wouldn't win the West if they're healthy. But pitching had chinks in the armor last year. As Bryce Miller bounced back, as Luis Castillo regressed further, you know, you don't know. It's baseball. It's
Yeah.
baseball. And if you
My
lose,
my my one disappointment with the trade
mhm,
is I did not, this is a personal regret turned into disappointment. I did
mm,
not take the opportunity while I had to watch the switch pitching phenom,
Jurangelo,
Girangelo. And I'm kicking myself right now
because he
for
was
that.
in he was in Everett.
He was.
Okay, yeah,
He's probably going to start the season in Double A, so I would
hmm,
have missed the opportunity anyway. But he'd made his way back to Tacoma, so I could have done that. But so here we are. Now I don't get any chance at all.
yeah. So, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. Spring training is a little earlier this year, starting off. Pitchers and catchers report this week. That's boom. Okay, so games start on the 20th. So, and then you got the WBC.
Yeah,
Um, so we're getting into it. Question, Adam.
yeah,
Root Sports is
out.
now you didn't have Root Sports and whatnot last
No,
year. Anyway,
that's right.
you've got MLB TV through the T-Mobile, but that doesn't help
Yeah,
you locally. So are
no.
you doing anything to obtain coverage, or are you just sitting it out like you have been?
Probably sitting it out,
Now,
but I mean, I don't know. Well,
it's hard you because like part of the thing is that you're invested in watching the Diamondbacks, personal reasons.
Right.
So it's tough to buy the MLB package and a Mariners package on top of it. So
Yeah.
so that's a little difficult to do. So
Yeah.
I
Well, I'm fortunate that I don't buy my MLB package.
yes, that is huge. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna. It doesn't feel worth it. And if I buy it, then I feel like I gotta sit and watch every game. That's where it like
Mm-hmm.
I, that's not really how I should be spending that many hours of my time.
Yeah. That's fair. I struggle in the because I do buy the MLB TV. I'm out of market,
Hmm.
so it works for me.
Yeah.
The games are a little later, which works out too, because sometimes it's just like throw on the game. I'm doing chores, I'm doing dishes, laundry, getting ready for bed, whatever it is. So it works out okay. But sometimes I end up, you get an extra inning game, like Leo Rivas hits a walk off in the 13th inning,
Yeah.
and here you are. It's midnight.
There you go.
All right. So Super Bowl check. Spring training coming. Baseball season is upon us. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you next time.